Hello everyone and welcome to this rated game of the week. This is going to be a series that I do on Friday mornings or Friday afternoons on the Twitch stream. Watching on YouTube, of course, it's a different day that this is uploaded. But these are some games that I've looked at gone through a lot of games from this week and looked for some games that weren't casted. And that were games that would hopefully be exceptional. So in this game we have TheMax versus DauT. TheMax is in the top right of the screen, playing as the Turks. On the bottom left, we have DauT playing as the Indians. So we're seeing the Turks once again. If you take a look on YouTube, then we had another game where it was TheMax. It might have been, was it? No, it was Project Belgium versus DauT, and DauT was Incas, and Project Belgium was the Turks, and we saw how strong the Turks can be because of their Janissaries. So we'll see if that's going to be a similar story this game. Maybe DauT will have a different game plan playing as the Indians. But basically, the Janissaries are one of the strongest unique units in the Castle Age. So hopefully, TheMax will be able to make use out of that. In addition, the Turks get a gold mining bonus. However, they're considered one of the weaker civilizations on Arabia because those are the only two bonuses they have going for them. And they don't get like the elite skirmisher upgrade, which can be kind of important sometimes. Meanwhile, DauT playing as the Indians, one of the strongest civilizations overall in the game in the current balance because their economy is so damn strong, with their villagers costing a lot less per age. Saves a lot of resources, leads to a good feudal age, scout rush, everything in the game. Also, their camels are some of the best in the game, so don't even plan on going knights against the Indians. So if you're the Turks, maybe cavalry archers, maybe knights, they're out of the question. So we'll have to see what the Turks have against the Indians. DauT, let's take a look at his map. Oh, maybe you can wall here. Extremely open on the front, and that gold is in a very poor position as it's very forward. It's going to be hard to get a mining camp on that. It's DauT playing too, so he has enough trouble with his mining camps. Looks like he's going to make a makeshift wall here. Protect the wood line, I guess. Those berries, of course, are not safe. It's actually nice. It prevents maybe TheMax from roaming around and wasting some time with the scout. He'll have to go the other way. Nice wood line for DauT. However, I just look at this wood line and I think tower. I assume the second lumber camp will be right there. This gold is, again, horrible. As how the hell are you going to get a mining camp on that? And DauT has a very open map. So I'm thinking maybe scouts. Scouts probably would be the best option for him playing as the Indians. TheMax playing as the Turks. Well, the Turks is a tough civilization as it is. You don't want to have a hard map on top of it, otherwise that's going to be a hard game. TheMax, he's going to wall here, but that wood line is atrocious. There'll be holes in the wood line. He's going to have to rebuild a lumber camp. 2 golds are forward. That's what you don't want as the Turks. You really want your gold, because you don't get the elite skirmisher upgrade. You don't get pikemen. Stone is over on the right, kind of far away. This gold is safe and in the back. I like it. This wood is terrible. I just take a look at Max's map and I say, where is he going to get wood? He'll get wood for the feudal age, but where's he going to get wood for the castle age? He's going to place a town center here? I don't think so. Town center here, maybe. Another gold that's kind of far away. Overall, I would prefer DauT's map. Even how terrible DauT's map is, Max's map is even worse. One thing I just gotta have a good wood line. That's my priority. Have a good wood line. And TheMax has terrible wood lines. And if you're the Turks, with this kind of map, probably would go Scout Rush. Problem with that is the Indians probably even get a better Scout Rush. As the Indians are able to go up super fast. We have a 19 population up because they save so much food on their villagers. And even 19 pop up is fast. That's a Mongol's time. Usually I go up 20 pop in my games. So, that's the most interesting thing to happen right now. I'll switch over to DauT's point of view and see how he does his economy. See if he has enough food to make scouts and villagers at the same time. He probably will. Place the barracks there. I don't like that barracks position. I would have preferred it here, as that means you could get a better saturation on that wood. That scouts and dangerous territory could get walled in. Gonna get walled there. Gonna be a gate. Yeah, gonna be a gate. Only one way out for the scout. And it's gonna be through the town center. If it goes diagonal, probably won't take too much damage, and without getting a little lazy, one more palisade there from one of these villagers would have done a lot more, and that would have been a free scout. So as it stands, that's like 50 wasted wood right there. So not a great play from DauT. He could have been a little faster with that. Here we go. Stable coming up. Has enough wood for it. Should be said that DauT is only going one lumber camp. Usually you go two. However, he has no wood in the bank because, again, he went up with a very aggressive build. Oh! Oh! Ho! Woo! Oh, that's a very bad being housed. In fact, he's going to make wheelbarrow right now. So this negates a big advantage. I mean, the scout's going to get delayed. You don't want to make wheelbarrow that early, typically. As wheelbarrow is great when you have farms. That's really where the big bonus comes in. All these villagers kind of idle. I don't like the way DauT's economy is gone. So maybe it's that 19 pop-up, or maybe it's just a poor play from DauT. But that was not the cleanest opening that he could have had. And then they negate, that's big. That negates some of the bonus that you have as Indians. Some of it, not all of it. So now, even though DauT has been up to the next stage faster, TheMax is not going to have a disadvantage in the scout battle. Because his scouts will be out at the same time. In fact, TheMax probably has a cleaner build than DauT does. DauT now with the second lumber camp. And is this his... No, this is his second scout. Oh, TheMax was going for a sneaky tower. I like it. It's worth a risk, but... yeah. That's always tough. The villager could run into wolves. I would have liked to see maybe a spearman go with that villager to protect her. Especially from wolves. So I don't think that was a bad decision, but it just didn't work out for TheMax. A tower here would have just been devastating for DauT. That would have gone over to the left side of the map. Would have been a disaster. TheMax roaming out with 3 scouts towards the left. Maybe could pick off this builder. If TheMax is fast, and it looks like he is. DauT, gonna look for an entrance. This will be the easiest area to get in. However, we do have a few spearmen in TheMax. 2 spearmen, in fact. Quick reaction from DauT. DauT's on his A game. At least from here on out. As that villager will get away. This villager might get trapped. She's gonna run back. And I think she'll get away. Spearman's gonna get a hit. Is it worth diving in for that villager? I think so. And DauT a little bit distracted while that all went on and lost too much HP on his scouts. From that spearman and scout. So DauT's not had the cleanest game. He's lost a villager. He had a poor opening build. I think he's got a problem for gold, as his gold is right over there. However, I still like DauT's position in this game. His civ is better. His map is better. TheMax's eco, he's going to have to transition to another wood line. But if you're TheMax, I think that you should pressure that gold. I think you should go Bloodline Scouts. Try to drop a tower. If you don't drop a tower there, then drop a tower here. And maybe go switch into archers. However, we're not seeing that from TheMax. It looks like TheMax will go for Castle Age. So I would have liked to see an archers from TheMax. He disagrees. This is always a question you have to ask yourself when you go with scouts. Do you want to transition to archers, or do you want to go for a faster Castle Age? And TheMax has chosen the faster Castle Age. Looks like we'll have access to stone if he wants it. For Janissaries, and I say why not? One option, why not? It might be if you see archers, but I don't see archers. And there's... actually, we'd go for this stone. I think TheMax should go for Janissaries. You don't want to be going scouts and knights versus the Indians. Two more spearmen going to help defend these walls. And TheMax should get that villager back and working. And there we go, blacksmith for TheMax. That's just to get up to the next stage, I'm sure. And gonna go for stone. Okay, I like this decision. Okay. Yeah, this makes more sense. This makes sense. So we could have seen archers. Archers could have pressured the gold earlier, but at the same time, going into late game, you're going to want Janissaries and not crossbows with Bracer. I think the Turks get it, but they don't get Arbalest. This is more a late game oriented decision. This is a more conservative play. So potentially the Max could have gone archers, could have tried to drop a tower here. DauT could have dropped a counter tower. You could try to drop another tower towards the side. Things can get messy. Instead, the Max is just going to go up to the next stage quickly and try to drop a castle. I'm a very aggressive player. I would have gone for the pressure on the gold. This has worked out pretty well. I think that DauT probably overinvested a little bit into scouts. So this is going to work out well for the Max. DauT's not far behind. We'll have to go against Janissaries, and Camels are probably not going to do a great job against that. Could lose a little more HP on the scouts. Best option for DauT, probably a transition to Cavalry Archers. They're very strong for the Indians. Question is when? When do you make that transition? Do you make it now, or do you go with town centers? Probably go with town centers, camel transition, and then make archery ranges. A lot of spearmen for the Max, even with armor on them. I've seen this in quite a few the Max games. He likes his spearmen now. And with that armor, they're going to get a pretty decent trade. Although DauT has foraging, so that cancels out. Heavy plow bow saw being done from our Turkish player. He just went to stone as soon as he clicked up, so it doesn't have the stone for a castle quite yet. Doesn't want to drop a town center and use up that stone, so instead going to get the heavy plow upgrade. Could even get the gold mining upgrade or the stone upgrade if he wants. Going to invest into a few camels with those extra resources. Okay. Here's that free Turkish light cavalry upgrade. We didn't talk about that because usually it doesn't make a big difference. 3 weak light cavalry are not going to do a whole lot. There should be enough spearmen to defend this gold. But I think that DauT's feeling the pressure, even though he's got enough spearmen, and that can change the game. Feeling the pressure on his gold. And actually, come to think of it, you know, the Max will be making Janissaries. He's got to fight the Janissaries, because otherwise he's going to lose his gold. He can't place a town center on that gold. He can't place a town center on this gold. Let's take a look where DauT's third gold is. Notably, he's placing a town center here on the bottom. It's very defensive. It's not a great town center. Third gold is also over here and not town centerable. So DauT investing a lot into his camels. We have +1 armor, +1 attack, bloodlines, and husbandry being done. Monastery being done for the Max. That's a great decision. Never disagreed with a monastery coming up. And there's that castle. I wish that castle came up earlier. We have 250 stone in the bank again. And there we go, Janissary is being made. So once you have like maybe 5 or 6 of these, then that's going to be a very strong force for the Max. Hopefully we'll be able to do some damage onto this gold. That's the best town center you can get. That's the best position you can get, so I agree with that town center. Now going to make that cavalry archer transition we talked about earlier. However, look, again, the wood line can be hittable by Janissaries. And the cavalry archer is going to need quite a few upgrades. They need thumbring, they need ballistics. I think so. Husbandries and bloodlines has already been done, and they'll need fletching and bodkin arrow. All right, let's see what these Janissaries can do. You don't want to get them caught in the open because maybe camels can do something. Although camels are not nearly as strong as knights. 6 attack versus 10 attack. All right. So this is the worst angle that the Max could have gone for if he wanted to get to the gold. But he'll find the town center and pick off a camel at the same time. So hopefully the Max will go down to the wood line. No, he's going to go around. Should have gone to the wood line in my opinion. Let's see if these cavalry archers can defend. And over on the top, remember those camels get +6 attack versus buildings because they're Indian camels. Interestingly, the Max is gearing up for a second castle. So this is pretty all-in from the Max, even adding a market. No extra town centers from the Max. Now, if the Max has the map control, he absolutely 100% should drop an aggressive castle. So I would have liked to see the castle right there. Right there would be great. Right here would be great as well. Or here. There's so many great positions for a castle. Hey, here comes the Max. Box formation. Box formation, it's becoming quite popular nowadays. Not a misclick. You protect the weak units like a Janissary. Alright, here comes that castle. It's excellent. Excellent castle. And let's see if he'll have enough. This is going to be close. Ooh, it's going to be a close fight. The Monks will probably get some conversions. Let's see who's going to win. This is a big moment in the game, especially for the Max. If the Max doesn't get this castle up, it's going to be GG. Oh, I think this Janissary is going to be too strong. They're still standing in there. A lot of the villagers did go down for the Max. There's only 5 left. One of these will surely go down. At least. Score. There's no score. These are recorded games. And is that castle going to get up with only 3 villagers? DauT can run in there, can he? And pick him off with some cavalry archers? Glitching even being done for the castle. So this gold is under tremendous threat. These villagers... So just park the Janissaries right there and those villagers can't get gold any longer. So DauT immediately going to try to move on to this gold on the right. I'm sure the Max... Yeah, there we go. The Max is smart. He's going to go over there and try to deny that gold. So these are the 3 golds of DauT. All 3 should be denied very shortly. And the next closest gold for DauT will be... Nowhere in sight. There's no gold for DauT to take. DauT could... Okay, maybe he could sneak. He could take stone. There's no gold at all for DauT anywhere. There's no way. I'm gonna try his best to cling to these edge, the edge of these gold piles. But DauT does have a much bigger eco in the wood and food department, I suppose. As he's 75 villagers versus 50 villagers. That's, I don't know, 30% larger. Max, I'm gonna add a town center to that gold. And gonna take the stone on the right. So gearing up for even more castles. Hopefully the Max can continue his villager production. And the great thing, not only does DauT have a terrible map to get pushed on, but the Max has a terrible map, so by being aggressive, hopefully keeps his opponent from doing some raiding. Those gates were a great decision, in hindsight. However, they should be able to get through that house. Again, this camel's doing extra damage versus the house. And what will the Max defend with? His Janissaries are slow. It'll take some time to get over there. Doing a little raiding on that wood line. So the Max will either have to quick gate it here, or... Okay, he's just gonna add some towers in his economy. Gonna add a... What the hell is that town center? That is the worst town center I've ever seen. Oh my god, that's bad. Alright, the Max is just gonna rely on these buildings. That's a big investment into... Oh god, that's just horrible. 2 relics for the Max, that's great. He needs gold, he's Turks. Very strong army for the Max. It's going to take a lot of cavalry archers, a lot of light cavalry or camels to take on these Janissaries. DauT going the Imperial Age. That's an interesting play. He's not going to have any gold. He maybe could get a castle. Is he mining stone? Yeah, he's got 400 stone. Maybe he could get it. I don't know how he's going to... He needs a castle like here. I don't know how he's going to get that up. But if he could somehow get a castle, get a trebuchet out, help defend his economy, that would be great. He needs to take back gold. That's what he really needs. Look at how much of his economy is just right here. So close to the army of the Max. Oh, can he get a massive mangonel shot? No, he can't. DauT could attack into lead skirmisher. That's a good decision. He's going against Janissary. With Bracer, they'll be very effective. Of course, the Max can try to make a transition unit. Quick gates here for the Max. And the cavalry archers will get cleaned up, but do a little eco damage. Another town center for the Max. These are panic town centers. They're not in great positions. And now triple arrow fire raining down upon these Indian camels. Yeah, no more camels left. So DauT only on 70 villagers. It's come down. It used to be a 20% or 30. What did I say before? 30% more economy for DauT. Now it's down to like 20% more. DauT's got a ridiculous castle placement. He wanted it right there. What does that castle protect? It protects stone, protects some of the wood. But what it doesn't do is it doesn't protect the gold. But those elite skirmishes will go to work. Looks like this transition happened at just the right time, as there are no light cavalry out or knights out on the field for the Max. And there's DauT's Imperial Age. He's got a tech advantage now. He's got an eco advantage. Army's not going to be as strong because he doesn't have the Janissary, but he's going to have some upgrades on them. And here's a trebuchet right away. DauT might be coming back in this game. He needs to get back on gold as soon as he can. That one relic is going to have to work overtime. Big mangonel hit from the Max. And there's Bracer. Has to use the market quite a bit, selling 400 wood for basically 200 gold. And going to sell a lot of his stone too, selling 200 stone. Take a look at the market price. The wood, that's not so good. And gonna drop off that stone. Stone's more important than these villagers' lives. Alright, so the mangonels are the main counter to the skirmishers, so it's important we see those doing some work. Gonna attack uphill, that's not really gonna be worth it. I'm gonna kill 4 skirmishers for 1 mangonel. Oh, that did a lot of damage to his own Janissaries. 15 idle villagers for DauT. So the economy is better for the Max. With all these idols from DauT, the tables have turned. But again, I think DauT just needs a little bit of gold. Gets a little bit of gold, he can have a stronger army, do some raiding, can add some town centers later on. He's still got the Indian bonus. In fact, it's bigger than it's ever been in the Imperial Age. 25% off of villages, I think. Another castle for the Max, just taking control of resources. You know he might lose it. But it'll take control of that gold for even longer. And DauT should deploy that trebuchet. Don't waste time. Looks like DauT's losing some steam. His economy's not doing great. So that's the reason why. Meanwhile, the Max, he's kind of booming at home. 75 villagers. Those camels are still there. That's kind of funny. That's very funny. I think Max might have just noticed that. It's going to send that camel over. No. This camel's just going to sit there. Okay. They're friendly. Max kind of booming at home. He needs more wood. The lines again are terrible. And it's probably just worth it for the Max to just keep repairing that castle and, you know, keep the castle from letting DauT get his gold back. And you might ask yourself, why has the Max not added knights or light cavalry early? It's because his economy's not been doing so great. It's hard to make transitions when you need new upgrades and a very food-intensive unit. However, the Max has been working on his economy the last 5-10 minutes. So it looks like he's getting ready for a knight transition, and I want to finish this game in Castle Age. I love when we see a castle in Imperial Age from two different players. That struggle's always fun. That's kind of one of the defining features of Age of Empires, is how big of a role technology can play. Let's see if the Max gets this trebuchet. If he does, it would be great. And of course, DauT could have repaired that trebuchet. Gonna do that right now, but it's too late. That's too late. Floppy move. That's the castle he needed. That castle's so worth it. Even if there's only maybe 1,500 gold left there. There we go. Castle. Locks down the gold, locks down the stone. And that castle plus that castle should help prevent some raiding. Alright, so the way things are looking right now, DauT should take down this castle. That'll allow him to, at least to farm a bit. What are the next moves for DauT? DauT should probably start making more cavalry archers instead of skirmishers. Much stronger unit. Much more versatile, better raiding. And should work on his economy quite a bit. So those two factors, raiding with the cavalry archers and rebuilding the economy, should help get DauT back in this game. However, the Max is setting up some sneaky stables in the north side. Maybe making that town center useless. So the Max on the defensive. However, the tables have turned. The Max now has a much larger villager population than DauT. 90 villagers versus 60 villagers. Max still not up to the next age. Spent a lot of his resources on knights. A lot of momentum going in DauT's favor. DauT could take down this town center, the siege workshop. Slowly work his way forward. The cavalry archers are much stronger. The big resource I think DauT's hurting for right now is probably going to be food, as he's got enough gold all of a sudden. Yeah, it's got to be food. Gonna have to rebuild that food eco. And one thing that I wish players did, and I don't see it as much as I nearly should have, it was a little bit of advice that I heard from TheMax one day on a stream many years ago. Historically, castles are meant to protect farmers. So build your farms around castles, because the arrow fire from the castle will help protect against raiding. Unfortunately, we don't see that quite a bit. So if DauT is planning on making new farms, should probably make a mill and some farms around here. Nice mangonel shot. Killing, wow, 4. Oh, wow, a hero mangonel. 4 cavalry archers and looks like 5 skirmishers. And that was big. This is a big engagement. Wow. We're seeing DauT push out across the map, and then that was just stopped. And look at this position. Look at this hill that the Max has. Got all of his military on this hill. This hill kind of splits DauT's base in half, as we've got this town center with all these villagers. They're all going to be vulnerable, especially if we see some rams and some knights from the north. Look at this little sandwich we have. And this is a lot of DauT's eco. That's, I don't know, 20, maybe 15 vills? And you should be able to get this town center. Now could get some relics, too. He's got 3 already. Wow. Look at the Max's eco once again. It expanded. This is where it needs to be. That's where the juicy wood is. There's a gold here, too. This is where you want to be if you want to build your economy somewhere. And down here, too. Look at all this wood. So that town center is going to go down in an instant. 10 villagers dying for DauT. DauT's down to 62. Max is almost going to hit 100. And he's going to have 4 relics. Still doesn't have the Imperial Age. These cavalry archers, they're going to be tough to deal with. if you're the Max, however. They have Bracer. Bracer's such a huge upgrade. Now we're going to see the first armor and another additional attack with chemistry on these cavalry archers. And these trebuchets will take away the relics, will take away a lot of stables. Cavalry archers, this is a little bit of a risk. Well, that should be enough cavalry archers to defend the trebuchets, hopefully. Yeah, they do tons of damage. That's without chemistry. Now they have chemistry. Well, this is a good raid. That's exactly what DauT needed. However, look what's happening on the north. All of these villagers having to retreat. Having a lot of trouble stopping these rams. Military protection buildings are going down. DauT, you gotta rebuild on the south, man. Build some town centers. This is where it's at. Look at these open, flat fields where tons of farmers could go. No! No, DauT! No! No, it's a DauT TC. Oh, man, and there's a knight there, too. Oh, man. But even if the knight wasn't there, why would you place your town center there? That is the DauTiest town center I've ever seen. Wow. Oh, man. This is where it was at. Oh, bad panda. And what happened here? It looks like the Max had enough to ungarrison and save his monastery. That's great. Oh boy, DauT. The Max has a lot of momentum. DauT's in trouble. DauT's in a lot of trouble. DauT's down to 45 villagers after that horrible, horrible town center. Normally town centers are meant to give you more villages than you lose while building them. Oh man. This is DauT's original base. I don't think DauT can come back from this hole. It's 40 villagers versus 100. Over double for the Max. He's got the relics. Still has some janissaries. Finally, it looks like the Max is expanded towards the bottom. He's got to have at least 6 town centers. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3. That one went down. 4, 5. 5 town centers. This gold's still... The Max can take that gold. He can take this gold. Taking this gold right now. You're playing as the Turks. You're pretty happy with your tech tree and your civilization bonuses right now with all of that gold. You can make janissaries. You can make heavy camel. You can make cavalry archer. Make hand cannon. Bombard cannon. Cost is not a thing with all this gold. DauT's going to push out one more time. Might be able to win this fight. Nah, he's not going to win that. Too many janissaries, too many camels. Both players going to go back. Yeah, those janissaries do a lot of damage. And the Max gearing up for another ram push. Even going to take that stone. I'll say this, the DauT didn't have a good map this game, but did he play it the best he could have? Probably not. The Max also had a pretty bad map this game. Should the Turks be going aggressive on the Indians? Probably not. That probably shouldn't happen. We saw it happen this game. We got a big ram push coming. Both armies going to go head to head. Who will win? Armies are pretty close. The economies are not. We're going to have the village just get involved. They're going to have to take out the rams. And a castle's coming up for the Max as well. I think that might be the GG castle. This DauT has nowhere left to go. Just going to distract those cavalry archers until that castle gets up. That's what's going to happen. That was a doomed town center to begin with. Everyone knew it. And there we go. Castle's gonna get up. Now, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh, another gold gonna be denied for DauT. This gold's ran out. Well, it's running out. There's 800 left. Still no Imperial Age from the Max. The Max has been in Castle Age for, what, 40 minutes of this game? There's always little glimmers of hope for DauT, though. It's trebuchets on the hill. It's going to take down the castle, most likely. I think the Max, he sends all the rams. They should be able to get to the trebuchet. Where else are they gonna go? Looks like they might go south. Out researching heavy camo. Okay, we have a tech transition. Maybe heavy camos can get it done. Such an expensive upgrade when you have 0 farmers. Have a few farmers. Again, these castles not really doing much this late game. Was this really the best castle position for the Max? Probably not. What will the Max do with these rams? Looks like he's just patrolling for now. Or is he gonna go south? Oh, looks like he's gonna take an expedition south. Maybe he's at town center. Oh, we have some outposts here. Oh, you have been discovered. Nah, the Max is gonna take care of this trebuchet first. Max wants his castle. What's with this villager? Does all these repairs, and then he's gonna chop a tree right there. Yeah, that trebuchet is gonna go down. Heavy camel's done. Those heavy camels will do some work. They're a lot stronger than regular camels. Definitely, DauT has an army with better upgrades, but look at the villager. It's the villager disparity's out of control. It's 135 versus 60. Cavalry just gonna go for some raids. Now the light cavalry spam's starting for the Max, and the Max is gonna click up to the Imperial Age right about now. And that's what DauT was really relying on, was this tech advantage. So he's not gonna have a tech advantage, he's not gonna have an eco advantage. Will he have a military advantage? Right now it's 47 versus 31, probably not. Maybe that'll be the GG right there with the Imperial Age coming in. So what can Imperial Age afford the Max? He could go a Legionissary. He could get Ring Archer armor. He could go Cavalier. He could go Capped Ram. I think the Turks get Siege Ram. And of course he can go Heavy Camel. All those upgrades big. This is a late handcart for the Max. Earlier. Like Cavalry doing some great raiding. I think if the Max just take over this gold, take your time, get your upgrades, and then crush your opponent. Still quite a bit of gold left to be mined for the Max, although he's running out relatively shortly. There's a lot of cavalry archers that DauT just lost. It's not worth it. Oh, oh no! Oh, these 2 camels from earlier on lost their lives. Oh, that's unfortunate. Wait. Oh, they must have been there for a long time, because that's because that's a heavy camel. That's that must have been DauT's heavy camel. Must have upgraded some heavy camel, and then they must have been there for like 45 minutes. Dear God. It finally gets converted. So actually, this camel will live throughout the whole game, because it's now part of the Max's army. It's pretty funny. Normally, a military unit doesn't live throughout most of the game. Now, here we go, some upgrades coming in. Got plate barding armor. Hussars, they don't even have to afford it, it's just done automatically. That's great. And GG. GG! What an entertaining game. We always had a little bit of hope for DauT. Even though it wasn't looking so good, he had a tech advantage, he had a better economy at one point. But in the end, just wasn't able to push and do enough raiding. We had some DauT moments with that town center. Overall, very entertaining game. I'm very glad I casted this one. And a very strategic game as well. And it's good to see the Turks. Now, if you're, I guess you could probably think, if you're a Turks fanboy on this channel, you've seen Turks win twice. Maybe Turks are the new best Civ. Who knows? Let's take a look at the tech tree. $310, $341, $241. Better economy for the Max in the end. And your timeline. All right, I'm going to take let's do 4-minute break, and then we'll cast part 2 of DauT versus TheMax. It'll be another epic game, I assure you. Thanks to all the viewers that are here. We're casting every Friday. And I'll put a timer, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, and I'm back. This will be part 2 of DauT versus TheMax. And here we go.